The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Hello and welcome into Week 8 of the Ashley Ingram Show as Carson-Newman celebrates a happy homecoming with a 35-14 win over the UVA Wise Highland Cavaliers. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, alongside Carson-Newman head football coach Ashley Ingram. Ashley Ingram, none too shabby for a homecoming win. You started fast and then played keep away for the Cavs pretty much for the rest of the game. How'd homecoming go from your vantage point?
I was excited for our guys, excited for our fans. I was pleased with the way we played. We went up 21-0. I had a chance to score right before half. A couple opportunities there didn't go our way. Give UVA some credit on that. Then we come out in the second half and we score on our first play. Defense played great. So very rewarding, pleasing to play well and to get a lot of guys in the game.
I hesitate to use the term fast start because it has felt this season as if you played a little bit of rope-a-dope early on in games, felt out defenses, and then find your opening and land a pretty good punch. But this was your first game since the exhibition against South Carolina Central Christian where you score on your opening possession. Again, it has felt like the other ones you're using that as learning moments against opposing defenses, but how critical was it to score from the outset and score 5 out of the first 7 times you touched the football?
No, it's huge to open the game with a touchdown drive, to open the second half with a touchdown drive gives us a lot of momentum. We have not been trying to fill people out. We've been trying to score, just hadn't worked out for us. But I think we're improving. I think our team's improved throughout the season. Obviously, our defense has played great the entire season. And our offense, there's a lot of potential there, and I think it's coming.
For a second consecutive week, you have at least 15 guys touch the football, and this week it's 19 different guys either got a carry or got a catch offensively. What's that say about the depth you have on that side of the football and your willingness to get guys critical touches when the game is still in the balance?
Yeah, we've got a bunch of young, talented players. We want to get those guys touches. Obviously, I think it gets them more engaged. But, it's just some of them are, a lot of guys are redshirt freshmen, and they're just kind of coming into their own. Not that they don't have the ability, but just really starting to understand the offense and what we're trying to do. So I think as time goes on, you'll see more and more of those guys.
35-14, Eagles get the job done over UVA Wise on a homecoming, and we break down the first half after these messages on the Ashley Ingram Show.
Believe in Nashville. Believe in Memphis, Chattanooga, and Knoxville. Believe in communities where people take care of each other. Believe in staying true to your word and treating others the way you'd want to be treated. We do, because we believe in you. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, and we don't just believe in Tennessee, we believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
When it comes to the things you love the most in life, you want an insurance company who knows you and cares about you. At Carriage Hill Insurance, that's not just what they do, that's who they are. Whether it's home, auto, life, or business, you'll get the best coverage for the best cost. From Tennesseans who know Tennesseans. Carriage Hill Insurance. Insurance with a human touch.
Hey guys, it's Mark from the all-new Rusty Wallace Hyundai, and we're proud to be supporters of the Carson-Newman Eagles. At Rusty Wallace Hyundai, we're home of the 200,000-mile warranty and 3 years free maintenance. And we want to wish Coach Ingram and all the coaches, players, and fans a great football season. So come and check us out at RustyWallaceHyundai.com. So from my family and all the Rusty Wallace Hyundai family, talons up!
Back on the Ashley Ingram Show, Carson-Newman triumphant on homecoming, 35-14 over UVA Wise. A sixth all-time win over the Highland Cavaliers, all of them with at least 35 points. Ashley Ingram, we touched on it in the previous segment. You scored early, you scored often. But the one theme that all those scores have in common, Zane Whitson. We're shooting this before the League Player of the Week honors comes out, but first time that a Carson-Newman player has been involved in 5 touchdowns in a game since 2017. What'd you see from a guy who we hope is SAC Offensive Player of the Week?
Yeah, Zane commanded the offense. He made some nice throws. I think he only threw the ball 3 times, and 2 of them were for touchdowns. Obviously had the great long run to open up the second half. So he played well, and he distributed the ball when he needed to distribute the ball. So hopefully he gets honored for that.
You touched on the volume of young guys that got the ball previously, but Trey Gunnings gets some run. Caden McCoy gets some more run. What specifically about those freshmen, about their skill set, sticks out to you as you're willing to give them the football while the game still is where it is? These aren't garbage time touches.
Right. Well, you got to add Josh Adams to that.
Absolutely.
I think Jaden Jones may have had a touch as well. They're just very good young football players. And I think as the season progresses, you'll see more and more of them. They're athletic. They're tough kids. They can do some special things with the ball in their hands. So, and like I said, they're still fairly new to the system. They all redshirted last year, and we'll just keep feeding those guys the ball.
For the first 44 minutes and 47 seconds of this game, you pitched a shutout and gave up fewer than 150 yards of offense to the Cavaliers. Set the tone early with Richmard Melian's interception. What sticks out to you about what the defense did, especially in the first half? I think Wise's drive charts were pick, 3 and out, punt, 3 and out, 3 and out the first 5 times they touched the football.
Right. Well, our defense has played well all season. We're tough, we're physical, we play hard, we're aggressive. But you got to give Wise some credit now. The number 10 wide receiver is a dynamic player. The running back is a very good player. They got a good young quarterback. So those guys, that's a good football team, a good young football team. I got a lot of respect for Coach Bass and what he's doing. So, but I was pleased with their defense.
Should note, they are a 1-win team, but this is just the second game they've played where they haven't had an opportunity to take a lead late in the game. So it does say something about, and their willingness to fight to the end. I mean, credit them for putting up 14 over the final 15 minutes and change.
Yeah, no doubt. They're going to keep fighting and battling. If you know Coach Bass, you know they'll be coached well. And like I said, the game versus us and the game versus Anderson are really the only 2 games they haven't been in, but they've been in every other game and had a chance to win all of them.
Carson-Newman ahead of the Cavs at the halftime break, 21-0. And we take a look at those first half highlights.
Short side left, one wide side right. Snap back out of the gun. Play fake to Thomas. It's a pass. Beeson slung down. He's sacked by Jimmy Olorinde. Olorinde bolts through and extends Carson-Newman's defensive sack streak to a 30th consecutive week. A loss of 6 back to the 30. It's 2nd and 16. Trips to the wide side right. Thomas motions that way. Beeson out of the gun, back to pass. Going to sling it, middle of the field. It's high. It's intercepted. Richmard Melian plucks it out of the sky and lands on his keister in the boundary right side in Carson-Newman territory. Eagles defense makes some sudden change happen with an INT, and Carson-Newman has it 1st and 10 at their own 33.
You took care of the football.
2nd and 10. Whitson play fakes on the dive. Will option keep it left side. He's across the 40 in the boundary and close to first down yardage before Sproul and Simmons trip him up. Give him the 42-yard line for a 9-yard gain and make it 3rd and a manageable yard. Phone look for the Eagles. 1st and 10 from the Wise 27. Whitson option pitch to the right side for McCoy. McCoy gobbles up first down yardage across the 20 and 15, and he's knocked down along the right side numbers. Down at the 11. Back power, and the Eagles draw first blood. It's 6-0 with 7:59 to go in the first quarter.
They tend to agree with that. And we're trying to outflank anybody or outdo anybody.
Al will take a handoff from Beeson. I'm going on 1st and 10, and that goes nowhere. Storm at the lip. was right there. They hit Daniel Thomas behind Powell, and the Eagles left hash at their own 17. Whitson takes out of the gun, the handoff Sullivan's left side. Sullivan's curls a man, stretches it to the left sideline, and he's close to first down yardage. He does land for first down yardage, where he's upended by along the left sideline up at the 22-yard line. 5-yard gain for Jaden Sullins. Eagles a perfect 4-4 on third downs. He dominates the official pizza with regards to the Eagles. Whitson out the gun, takes the handoff to Sullins, rolls right, throws right, complete to Bradley at the 12, shimmies left to the 5, stumbles, he's in! Touchdown, Carson-Newman! Eagles dial up play action, and Don Bradley scores through the air for the first time all season. 29 yards, Zane Whitson to Don Bradley, and it's a 13-0 lead for the Eagles with 96 seconds left in the first quarter.
First time they've moved any kind of movement at all on the line of scrimmage.
Beeson zone read, keeps it right side. He runs square into Martavis Mason, who slings him down for a loss of 2 back to the 23.
That was a great answer by the Carson-Newman defense.
Third down, 12 to go. Wise threw a pick on its opening possession with 3 and out on drive 2. Eagles trying to make it back-to-back possessions with a 3 and out. Jake Barkentel is out this time. Lefty. It's a spiral off. It is a high hanger that Meeks fields in his 34 to go return. Meeks a good gain. He's across the 45 in midfield into Wise territory to the left sideline past the 40, and he's knocked down by the punter Markentel down at the 35-yard line.
The pitch probably was the play.
3rd and 7 for the Eagles. Whitson out of the gun, pulls to Sullins, going to throw long left sideline. Cam Ferguson, he hauls it in at the 3 and rolls to the house. Touchdown, Carson-Newman. Zane Whitson off play action. Sprinkles a little FDR, a dime to Cam Ferguson along the left sideline. 32-yard pitch and catch, and the Eagles have scored all 3 times they've touched the football on homecoming. 20-0 Carson-Newman, 14-11 to go in the second quarter. 5. Here's your 3-down lineman. Snap back, play fake. Steps up in the pocket, does Beeson. He's hugged and swamped. Luke Scott and Jimmy Olorinde obliterate him back at the 49-yard line. It's a loss of 5. 4th down, 14 to go. Carson-Newman's pass rush, 5 home, curling up like a warm blanket around McAllen Beeson. Down to the gun, Sullins to his left. Cleaton will roll the pocket left, settle, sling to Jalen Washington. Did he get it? Yes, he did over the sack logo and the star up at the 25-yard line. Beeson claps his hands, takes the 2nd and 10 shotgun snap, hands off Thomas straight ahead. He's stonewalled at the line of scrimmage by Brady Weatherly. And Jimmy Olorinde a couple yards up to the 17. 3rd down, 8 to go, and Ashley Ingram will utilize one of those timeouts.
Be a little bit better shape if they want to use another one.
Out of the gun for Beeson, takes the snap, play fake, steps up in the pocket. He's pressured by Jerron Blakely. Beeson fires it out of bounds, incomplete to the left sideline, with Blakely draped around the back of his legs. Dalton, the intended target. Beeson wiggled and shook to fire that one. A submariner. Nate for the Eagles, left hash of the Wise 47. Cleaton rolls the pocket right, settles, throws right sideline, complete to Jeremiah, who slides down on his backside for first down yardage. After the completion, down at the 37-yard line. Got 10 yards to move the chains. Those are the first half highlights. Eagles with a 21-0 lead on UVA Wise at the halftime break. Ashley Ingram, what was your message to the team in the halftime locker room?
Very pleased with the way we were playing, pleased with the way we started. Obviously, at the end of the half on offense, we got to be able to convert a 3rd and half a yard. You know, we fumbled the snap on 3rd down is what happened. And then on 4th down, I was probably being a little hard-headed. Maybe we should have done something else other than the quarterback sneak. And then we had an opportunity to get a field goal, and we had a holding penalty. So you'd love for it to be a little cleaner than what it was, but on whole, we'd played really well in the first half.
First game this season where offensively you didn't have a 3 and out, and you allude to those 2 drives at the end of the first half. Really, outside of that, it was perfect execution for the first 3 quarters of the game offensively. And I would argue even on the turnover on downs, that's still a 16-play, 82-yard drive that you put together. And I think the first quarterback sneak that has failed to pick up what you've needed to pick up this season. All that being said, where do you draw the line between wanting more and acknowledging that this is pretty good, except for a few small miscues that didn't cost you on Saturday but could down the road?
Right. Well, again, there's another stat in there, 14 of 17 on third down. Obviously, we'll take that anytime, and then if we do that, we'll win a lot of games. I think as a coach, you got to be pleased and happy with the guys and the way we perform, but obviously the reason we're here and the reason we're called coach is we want to obviously correct any mistakes that we had, so we're going to obviously always strive for perfection, and we'll probably never be satisfied. That's why coaches have a tormented soul, but very pleased with our guys.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing your inner demons.
I have some.
I think the guy that you feel hardest for in this game is Trey Gunnings. We've been beating around the bush about penalties, but we're only penalized 54 yards, but 2 of them wiped off 75 yards of offense for Trey Gunnings, and arguably, if you don't get penalized on those 2 plays, you've probably got 2 more touchdowns, or at least 2 field goals in your back pocket.
One of them was it was really kind of a careless holding penalty up front, which had really not a lot of bearing on the play. So we've got to do better there. Got to play with our hands tighter. And then the other was they called Cade Meeks for being lined up in the backfield. Yeah. I've watched the film a few times, so I'll leave it at that.
That's all you're saying.
Yeah.
All right.
He lined up where he lined up the rest of the game.
So noted. All right, Carson-Newman victorious over UVA Wise, 35-14. We'll break down more of the second half when we come back after these messages on the Ashley Ingram Show.
Believe in Nashville. Believe in Memphis, Chattanooga, and Knoxville. Believe in communities where people take care of each other. Believe in staying true to your word and treating others the way you'd want to be treated. We do, because we believe in you. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, and we don't just believe in Tennessee. We believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
On game night, winning is everything. But life's big wins happen off the court. When you win a heart. When you win their trust. When you win their respect. First Bank's community banking is perfect for life's big wins because of what we're big on. You. Make us part of your team for life's biggest wins.
All right, back on the Ashley Ingram Show. Carson-Newman victorious on homecoming. A 4th consecutive homecoming win and an 8th straight win inside of Berktar Stadium. Eagles prevail over UVA Wise, 35-14. I'm Adam Cavalier, alongside Carson-Newman head football coach Ashley Ingram. Ashley, a second half, if we're going to pick some nits, you do give up a 62-yard score to UVA Wise on the ground, and then the Cavs put together a lengthy 14-play drive in the 4th quarter, but UVA Wise only touched the football 3 times after halftime, or 4 times, after halftime, once in the 4th quarter. I guess that's playing keep away a little bit. You had the game shortened and no chance for the Cavs to come back. Is that a fair assessment? Yeah,
we got to the late in the 3rd, and I said, let's just try to grind the ball out and run the ball, let the clock tick. Seemed like the 3rd quarter was maybe the longest quarter I've ever experienced in football. So we tried to shorten the game there at the end, and we did a good job with that.
Got some guys some run in some different places. Got to see Gavin Gosnell, quarterback, a little bit. Had my head spinning trying to figure out if that was actually Mario Sanchez who lined up in the slot. It was. And then James Maddox doing some James Maddox-like things there late with a 20-yard carry. How gratifying was it to see those guys salt the thing away with a 5-minute drive there to close the game of the 4th?
It was great. Gavin obviously does a great job for us. It was good to get him some reps. James is a wrecking ball, running the ball. We actually need to play James a little more, in my opinion. So we'll try to do that. And then Mario, we moved him to slot about 2 weeks ago. So it's all new to him. So we expect in time that he'll get more reps as well as he gets comfortable doing it at practice.
Carson-Newman victorious on homecoming over UVA Wise, 35-14, and take a gander at these second half highlights.
Look, first and 10 for the Eagles from their own 40. Zane Whitson into the game at quarterback. He will run the zone read keeper, and Zane Whitson is free. He's across the 20. He's across the 10. Zane Whitson freewheeling for 6. Touchdown, Carson-Newman. Zane in zone read on the jet sweep action to Keith in Washington. Fold at UVA Wise, and he rambles 60 yards to the house. 27-0, Eagles lead. 20 seconds into the second half. Both 3 to play in the third. Whitson takes the snap, end around handoff left side for Bradley. He's got the 25-20, heads the edge inside the 15, and he's knocked out of bounds by Henry down at the 10-yard line. 21 yards on the end around handoff for Don Bradley, and a first down for the Eagles. Second, a cash at his own 40, takes the snap. Thomas, and he is overwhelmed in the backfield. Storm Livesey and Fortune Woods stop him. They met him 3 yards deep, but Thomas did rotate his body. Right. And he gets back to the scrimmage for no gains. Third down and 5. Play of the game for UVA Wise. They've got 84 yards of offense. It's second and 10 from the Carson-Newman 45. Easton back to Pratt. Pass. Pressure from the backside. And sacked. Nehemiah McCoy shoots through and collects his first career sack. Beeson dropped back at the Wise 47-yard line. It's a loss of 8 to bring up third down and 18. Beeson claps, takes the snap. Play, nope, Beeson keeps it. He's slung down by Storm Livesey, who sacks it back at the 22. 4th sack of the day, 5th tackle for loss for Carson-Newman defensively. Storm Livesey not fooled on the read action by Beeson, and he loses 8 yards back to the 22, 3rd and 18. 3rd and 18, Beeson drops back to pass. Slings it middle of the field, incomplete. Drayvon Hollis breaks up the pass intended for Jones, splitting the hashes down at the 10. 4th down, 18 to go. On 1 attempt this season, it was from 28. This is from 39, and it is flopped. Carson-Newman sees it roll into the end zone. UVA Wise will try to pick it up. Cavs do. It's a touchback. The Eagles got a piece of it and protect the shutout. Beeson in the gun, takes the snap, rolls right. Beeson pressured, throws. Jet Jones breaks it up, incomplete on the pass intended for foul on a curl route at the sticks down at the 47-yard line. Eagles defense holds. 3rd and 9. 2 on the play clock. Osgood takes. It is on the dive to James Maddox. He's got the first down along the right sideline. And he's shoved out of bounds inside the 35, down at the 34-yard line by Elijah Matthews. James Maddox scored by Carson-Newman offensively. One more kneel down, and that will do it on homecoming. Carson-Newman leaves no doubt. 444 yards of total offense, 339 on the ground. And Carson-Newman unbeaten at home still under head coach Ashley Ingram, an 8th consecutive home win and a 4th straight win for the Eagles on homecoming. No doubt about it in this one, 35-14. Eagles do it over the UVA Wise Highland Cavaliers. David needs a little bit of what if, too, with the penalties, but this was Carson-Newman's from the outset.
It was Carson-Newman's game. You just know that you probably could have had 42 or 49 probably on the board if you just did what you're supposed to. So, again, coaches are always looking for teachable moments later in the year that they can make things happen. And the Eagles got plenty of teachable moments with a couple of little mistakes here or there.
Final score for Berkshire Stadium on homecoming. Eagles prevail 35-14
over the UVA Wise Highland Cavaliers. The Domino's post-game report heading your way. We come back after these messages on the Eagles Sports Network.
Those the second half highlights from Carson-Newman's 35-14 win over UVA Wise. When we come back, it's time for this week's Talent Talk. That's after these messages.
At Carson-Newman, we're not just creating nurses, we're shaping leaders.
Where else can you find a university that offers full room and board plus an unlimited meal plan for ROTC scholarship cadets? Only here, where excellence meets generosity. Step into our state-of-the-art Skills Lab, a sanctuary for practical learning exclusive to our nursing students. It's here that excellence becomes second nature.
With our student-focused approach, every class is an opportunity for personalized growth, thanks to our exceptional student-to-professor ratio. Experience a learning environment where collaboration thrives, supported by a strong bond between cadres and students, ensuring your success is never left to chance. And for those aiming to join our esteemed nursing program, high priority are given to Army ROTC nursing scholarship recipients, a testament to our commitment to your future. Dive into a nursing program where your military training at CST translates into academic credits, a rare opportunity to fast-track your degree. Join a battalion recognized for its outstanding performance, celebrated by the VA and the East Tennessee Military Affairs Council. This is where leaders are born, when you're not just prepared for the future, but you're prepared to lead it.
Oh, hey there. I bet you're wondering who this guy is. My name's Drew. I played football here at Carson-Newman and graduated in 2021. And now I pastor a church up here, believe it or not. I want to invite you this Sunday. We meet at 11 o'clock at Jefferson Middle School. We've got kids ministry. A lot of college students are there. But man, it is awesome. It is so good. I hope you enjoy the rest of this football game. Come to church Sunday, 361 West Broadway Boulevard. Talons up. Go Eagles. Let's go inspire people to follow Jesus here in Jefferson City.
Back on the Ashley Ingram Show, Carson-Newman picks up a 35-14 homecoming win over UVA Wise. Time now for this week's Talent Talk. And this week, walking the field with Andrew Rogers, it's Jet Jones.
Hi again, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Talent Talk. I'm Andrew Rogers alongside senior defensive back Jet Jones. Jet, let's start walking up the field. We visited with you last year, the year before on a Talent Talk, and now you're in your last go-around and have taken on a leadership role in this room since Major Williams departed. How have you seen yourself grow as a leader in that room?
I feel myself, I've grown as a great leader, especially watching Major and Kendall, all those guys in front of me do what they do. So it made me grind harder to be a leader.
Okay. Something that you mentioned, I remember when we chatted before, was improving your football IQ. How have you seen your intelligence of the game improve, and how has it paid off maybe in a game setting?
Being around it so long and playing the same teams in the SAC for a while, you start to notice tendencies. So me watching film and knowing those tendencies from like previous years, what the teams like to do and stuff like that, it helps me be better on the field.
From the football standpoint, as a player, when you reflect back on your playing seasons and now are in the middle and getting toward the end of the regular season of your last go-around, how have you seen yourself grow the most?
Definitely IQ-wise, like I recognize things on the field a lot faster. The game is slower to me. I can slow the game pace down if I need to.
Martin under center, tight ends bunched in tight, takes the snap, turns and hands off left side Gillette. Gillette strung out to the left sideline, is caught by Jet Jones, who tumbles him out of bounds in the backfield for a loss back to the 34-yard line. -3 on the play.
I'll change it up on you and ask a couple fun questions. What is something that stands out about your childhood? So you're always thinking back maybe to your childhood days. What stands out? What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Back in my childhood, we used to go outside and things like that, play outside a lot. There wasn't a lot of playing video games and all that stuff. I think the childhood today is missing that what I used to do back in the days.
When you guys would play outside, are we talking basketball, football?
Basketball, football, hide and seek, all that type of stuff.
What did you enjoy most about those experiences with probably some of your closest childhood friends too?
That we just got to go outside and play. We had nothing to worry about, no bills, nothing to
do. What's the most useful item you've purchased? Thing that you have bought yourself that you find most useful to Jet Jones?
That's a hard one because there's a lot of things we use, but we don't really think of them like that. Next question.
We'll go back to football. When you think back to your time here, what do you value most about Carson-Newman football and what you have done here for this team?
That it's a brotherhood. It's a real brotherhood. It makes you feel like home. Never thought about transferring out of here, so I think that's good.
How do you think this program has shaped you into the football player you've become, but also the person you are on and off the field?
First, all the coaches, they want to graduate men of faith and character, so I think I've built faith and character since I've been here. And my football experience has been good. It was always structured, not a lot of coaching changes, so that's good for me.
As we come down the final couple of yards here, this is a team that made the playoffs last season, has lost a couple of games this season. What do they need to do on your side of the ball, but also from a team perspective to finish this year strong and to continue to meet the goals that this team has set, and especially in your final go-around?
I think as a collective, we haven't played a complete game yet as an offense and the defense and the special teams. All three haven't really banded together, so I think this last final stretch of 5, we have to all band together and play complete games.
All right, Jet, enjoyed the walk. Best of luck in your final year.
Yes, sir.
That is senior defensive back Jet Jones. I'm Andrew Rogers on this episode of Talent Talk.
All right, thank you very much, Andrew Rogers. Ashley Ingram, Jet Jones, he's been dinged up a little bit this season, but as good a veteran teacher, I think, as you could have on the back end of that secondary. What has he meant to this program in his tenure as one of the longest tenured starters you have defensively?
Jet's awesome. Great young man. Loves football. He's like a coach on the field. Gets everyone lined up. Has been banged up with a little bit of an ankle injury. Was finally back out there, so it was great to have him back on the field. But he's awesome.
Well, I think you've said it a couple times in various interviews that we've done over the past couple weeks. You want to be playing consequential football when you get to November. That is certainly the case. Carson-Newman versus Catawba on Saturday. Tyler Haynes' team has played exceptionally good ball, and no shock on offense with who they have, and Preston Brown, Bo Pryor, Queese Williams, Kevin Lawlin, et cetera, et cetera. You're both in the hunt for a South Atlantic Conference championship, both in the hunt for a playoff berth. You're playing consequential football. How's the approach go for the Indians?
Well, obviously they have a great football team. Coach Haynes does a great job. Always going to be good on offense. You got a senior quarterback. You've got their slot receivers, a dynamic player, a big tight end, very good at running back. So we'll have our hands cut out, against these guys. Defensively, they're athletic. So we're playing meaningful games, but it's really all about Catawba. If we could find a way to win this football game, we'll be in good shape.
Ashley, pleasure as always. Congrats on a homecoming win over Wise, and we'll talk next week.
Thank you.
It's Carson-Newman head football coach Ashley Ingram. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier. This has been the Ashley Ingram Show. Thanks for watching.